Welcome back, people. We are here once again for the FPE. It is playoffs now. We are in the quarterfinals versus none other than Mr. Mike Haley. So yeah, this is the first round of the playoffs. And we're here against this team. Obviously, if we lose, the season's over. If we win, we move on to the semifinals. That's how this playoff thing works. So, yep. Good luck, have fun. So we're up against this team. Flygon, Pangoro, Deoxys Defense, Rotom Wash, Comfey, and Volcarona. So he didn't bring Mega Sharpedo, which is great. Happy about that. No Magnezone, totally fine. We do see the Comfey, which is interesting. We do see the Rotom Wash. Flygon. Of course, we see Deoxys and Volcarona, and we do see Pangoro again. I should mention that I did play this team back in week 4, and we've each changed our teams up a little bit. I have Chestnut now, which I brought, and he has Rotom Wash now, which he brought. So our teams are a little different from our matchup in week 4, but I will say that I'm bringing the exact same Steelix I brought in week 4 and the exact same Drapion I brought in week 4. Changed up these sets a little bit, and now we're bringing Chestnut. Our defensive Chestnut's going to help us a lot against Flygon and Pangoro. He didn't bring Comfey last time. He brought Comfey this time. Comfey is going to be good for stuff like Zapdos, but I think Steelix deals with it really well. I am specially defensive Steelix. So I'm not sure what he's going to want to lead with. I feel like he likes to lead with potentially Deoxys. We could also see the Rotom Wash. So I think to start off, kind of just want to lead Zapdos and U-turn. To be honest, I don't think the only things that threaten Zapdos are Comfey and potentially Volcarona or Flygon. But I think the Zapdos lead is fine. I mean, this could be Scarfed, and I don't want to risk it. So there's that. But at the same time, yeah. So my switch-ins to Rotom Wash are tough because if this thing has Will-O-Wisp, it's actually really annoying. But I think our own Rotom Heat is fine. Even if he goes for Hydro Pump, like it'll hurt, but we'll live it. We are especially defensive. So either that or I go Chestnut, right? But I don't really want Chestnut to get burned, is the thing. We gotta get damage on this Rotom Wash, though. Honestly, if he's Scarf, like, I want to find out now, so I'm just gonna get the U-turn off. So he's not Scarf. Alright, that's good to know. And that chip damage is important, because every chip damage on this Rotom Wash is gonna count. I am just gonna bring out Chestnut. I mean, we might see a Will-O-Wisp, but yeah, we do see a Will-O-Wisp. So that's why I wanted to go Rotom Heat, but, I figured it didn't really get me anywhere, because he was gonna go for Hydro Pump the next turn, so we bring out Chestnut. And honestly, the burn on Chestnut isn't terrible. Our only real attacking move is Drain Punch, and he didn't bring the Mega Sharpedo, so it's not even like a huge deal. I'm just gonna put out a Leech Seed here, I think, is a fine play. Just to keep Chestnut healthy and threaten out anything that comes in. So Volcarona comes out, that's perfect, because this thing's not gonna want to stay in and take Leech Seed over and over again. And I think I'm fine to just go into Rotom Heat here and Volt Switch out. There's no way. Yeah, so he's gonna Quiver Dance, but like with the Leech Seed, I don't think he's gonna get much of anywhere. So I can get the slow Volt Switch out into a Azumarill and fire off a Aqua Jet because I'll live any hit this thing goes for, defensive. And he might switch out. So he goes for Psychic. So that does chip damage on Rotom Heat, but now I can just threaten out this Volcarona with an Aqua Jet, which I'm going to do. I want to go for a knockoff here really badly. Because he has to predict the Aqua Jet, right? But I don't know how set in stone he is on keeping this Volcarona, and it's kind of a threat. So I don't really want to risk him having the Giga Drain. I mean, he already has the Psychic, so I don't know how likely he is to have the Giga Drain. But Yeah, if he gets a Giga Drain off, I mean, I don't even know if it would kill, but it would definitely nearly kill. I don't really. The thing is, if I don't kill this Volcarona here and he stays in, it's gonna have a field day on my team. So I'm just gonna click Aqua Jet and be safe. He's probably just gonna go back out into Rotom Wash, but it's not terrible because then I can bring in Chestnut. It's already burned at this point, so Chestnut is a fine answer to the Rotom Wash. Um, I don't want him to overpredict and stay in with Volcarona because then that'd be bad for me. So it brings out Deoxys defense, but that's honestly fine. Um, that does decent chip, and it looks like he's not leftovers. So I wonder what item this Deoxys has. I think my play here is to just go Drapion. Um, I think my play here is to just go Drapion. He goes for a knockoff. Okay, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna fire off a knockoff of my own. We could see Flygon or maybe like Comfey here. I don't know if he'd stay in. I feel like he's probably not going to stay in. So I want to just knock off either way. Yeah, let's make sure Flygon loses its item. Looks like it's a Rocky Helmet, so probably more of a defensive Flygon. Not sure what he's going to go for here. Maybe just U-turn, but I think Rotom Heat is fine. So Volcarona's at half now, but we do know it's Quiver Dance and it has Psychic, so Rotom Heat is in range to take that. Comfey hasn't come out yet, and we have a little bit of chip damage on Rotom and Deoxys, so I'm not super threatened by this Flygon though, because it's a Rocky Helmet, I know it's defensive. I'm just gonna go Rotom Heat. He's Earth Power, okay, so he's special, but we have Levitate, so I'm not concerned. Although he could fire off a Draco Meteor here. Um, he very well could fire off a Draco Meteor here. So I kind of want to go into Azumarill. Um, Alternatively, he might just U-turn, but I think Azumarill is decent. I don't know if I want to take the Draco Meteor on Rotom Heat, because, like, I can't kill this Flygon in return. My play at that point would be just, like, going for Pain Split. So I don't really have much of a reason to stay in here and take this Draco Meteor, which I feel like is coming. So I'm going to go into Azumarill. He doubles out into Rotom, so that was a nice play. This Rotom is annoying. And it has leftovers, so it's going to heal up. But I think bringing out Chestnut every time is pretty fine. So we do find out that his Flygon is special. So that's good to know at least. I do need to make sure that I keep Chestnut at a healthy amount of HP for Pangoro. As it's looking like my switch into Rotom Wash at this point, but I need to keep it healthy. But I have Synthesis and Leech Seed, so it's like it's not a huge deal. I really am curious what his item on Deoxys is. It's not leftovers, and it's also not Rocky Helmet because we hit it with Aqua Jet. So I don't know. So Chestnut, let's see what he does. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp, that's totally fine. So like Leech Seeding again is pretty free here, so I'm just gonna do it. Alternatively, I could Super Fang, but I like the recovery that Leech Seed gives me. Yep, and I think we can follow it up with a Synthesis as long as he doesn't go Volcarona here or Comfey. So he doesn't bring out Volcarona again though. So Chestnut is getting kind of low, but I do think I can still take a hit from Pangoro. And if Pangoro isn't max speed, we will outspeed it, but it could be. I think right here my play is to just go hard into Azumarill. I don't even want to mess around with pivoting into Rotom Heat, because look, I doubt if he even has the Giga Drain, he goes for it here. If anything, he goes for the Quiver Dance again, or he switches again, so I think Azumarill is good. Oh, he has Roost. See, this is annoying. So this Volcarona is annoying. I mean, it has, okay, so it has Quiver Dance, Roost, and Psychic, so, like, its last move can't possibly be Giga Drain. If anything, it's Flamethrower. Like, it has to be Flamethrower, because he needs to hit Steelix, Chestnut, like, Sceptile, like, everything. I doubt it's Bug Buzz. It has to be a fire move. Um, so, basically what I'm trying to say is Azumarill is a good answer to this now. I'm going to click Knockoff this turn, because I'm now that I know Volcarona is Roost, and it doesn't have anything to hit Azumarill, I'm not scared of it. Lumberry. So it's Lumberry Deoxys. This thing's probably going to outspeed us, which sucks. Mm, I think I go Drapion here. I think I have to go Drapion here. I mean, like, yeah, because there's no way I outspeed this. So, actually, I think I can go Zapdos and just click a U-turn. If anything, he Seismic tosses or, like, tries to do something cheeky. Oh, he knocks off. That kind of sucks. I mean, it's not terrible. Like, Zapdos lost its Muscle Band, but, like, I didn't really need it too much. I should have gone Drapion, but if he recovered there, then Drapion's knockoff wouldn't have killed because Deoxys already lost its item. So, I mean, otherwise I would have just gone Drapion there, but I wanted to, um, keep some momentum on this Deoxys. Either way, though, I can kill it with U-turn. So Deoxys goes down. That's great. Deoxys being dead is like fantastic. So now, what do I want to come out with? I honestly think it's. Actually, let me think about this one for a minute here. Um, I think Rotom Heat is fine. It kind of just invites out Flygon, but I'm not super concerned about Flygon. So, alternatively, it could be Drapion, but that also invites out Flygon. But I like Rotom Heat. Let's go into Rotom Heat. So he actually decides to go Rotom Wash. I should outspeed. So I have some speed creep on this Rotom Heat, I think. I have 211 speed. So, I should outspeed this. Like, he's a washing machine and I'm an oven, so, like, this Hydro Pump will hurt, but unless he has, like, a decent amount of speed investment, I don't think he'll outspeed me, so I can just go for Volt Switch here. No! Fuck. The washing machine. Wow. Kids, this is just a lesson for you. Washing machine beats oven. Washing machine does in fact beat oven. So this Rotom is now a huge problem. I think I'm just gonna go Chestnut here and Synthesis. But yeah, this Rotom is really annoying. I wonder what its if its last move is Pain Split. Oh, this thing is gonna be annoying. I need to Toxic it with Steelix, I think, or Azumarill. I have Toxic. I think I need to Toxic this Rotom if I really want to deal with it. So we get the Synthesis off here. So he goes Flygon. I want to go Azumarill here. It's kind of risky though, because Volcarona is a threat. Now that I lost Rotom Heat, Volcarona is a threat. Because I can't pivot around it anymore, I need a Azumarill to beat Volcarona. So, with this Flygon here, if this Flygon has a Roost, it's also annoying. I don't really want to take the hit right now with Chestnut. Alternatively, I could go Steelix, but an Earth Power is gonna hurt. An Earth Power will hurt. I'm gonna make the Azumarill play though. So he goes for Flamethrower. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, I guess he expected me to stay in, but I didn't want to take the Draco Meteor. Um, and I think I can play rough. It'll hurt Rotom. Alternatively, I could Toxic. Actually, I think this is my opportunity to Toxic. So I'm gonna Toxic. There's no way he switches Volcarona, right? If anything, I mean, he might stay in, but I doubt it. He definitely goes Rotom. So I'm gonna Toxic. This is exactly why I put Toxic on Azumarill. Perfect. Choice banded Toxic, people. Don't sleep on it. It's useful. It's really useful. Um, and then I can just go right back into Chestnut and heal. Because I know Rotom can't do anything to Chestnut. That's the beauty of keeping this Chestnut around. So I really just want to keep Chestnut around and healthy. Um, just to take these hits, right? Because, yeah, sure, he's going to Volt Switch out, but I need to stay healthy because he still has Pangoro. And Chestnut can take the hits from Pangoro. Otherwise, the hits from Pangoro are going to hurt. We see Comfey here. So Comfey comes out. I'm going to bring out Steelix on this Comfey now, I think is my immediate response. I don't think Comfey can really do anything to Steelix. Yeah, so he goes straight for the Calm Mind. I'm going to go straight for the Heavy Slam. Don't want to mess around with this thing. He could go Rotom, but that's fine. Having the Toxic on Rotom now is fantastic. Um, yep, yep. As he goes Flygon. This does good damage? Does decent damage, I guess. So, I want to go Azumarill again. I feel like if anything, he just goes for the Earth Power here. Alternatively, I could go Zapdos. I think Zapdos is actually a decent play. Because I'm immune to Earth Power. Like, I can take a Flamethrower, assuming I don't get burned. And there's no way he goes for the Dragon move here, if he has it. I feel like he might have Roost. I feel like that's likely. He could also make that play right now, but I think I'm going to make the Zapdos play. Make a little bit of an aggressive switch. Zapdos is really... he does have the Roost. Zapdos is really useful for me to keep. The thing is, though, Comfey threatens out Zapdos, which is a problem. So this Flygon does, in fact, have the Roost. So, like, I do outspeed this, though, and I think I can just U-turn. I was hoping he would just attack so I could Brave Bird, but... yeah, now I don't really want Zapdos to take the hit, so I'm going to U-turn out. This is tough for us after we lost our Rotom Heat. I definitely misplayed losing Rotom Heat to his own Rotom. You know, I should have just made the safe Chestnut switch. But, you know, I thought I could be cheeky and get the Volt switch off. But it's making the game a lot harder for me now, because you can see I just have less stuff to pivot around into, and my stuff is getting weak. And he has healing moves, like he has Roost, and Roost on these two, and it's like... I think I can go Azumarill. He actually... I don't know what he's going to do. This Flygon is a problem, though. Let's go Rotom. I mean, Azumarill. Let's go Azumarill. He flamethrowers again. That's cool. That's totally cool. I really want to know what his third move is. I'm assuming it's a dragon move. Like, I would think it's Draco Meteor or something, but it could just be Defog. I don't know. It could honestly just be Defog. So I think here, though, is now like where I click Play Rough. I got the Toxic off on Rotom Wash. So Play Rough is going to hurt everything, and I doubt he goes Volcarona on this thing. So I think Play Rough is my play. Yeah, so Rotom Wash comes in. Oh, no, that sucks. Okay. That Play Rough would have been clutch if we hit that, because that would have at least done at least 50% to this Rotom. I'm Choice Banded. But now this Rotom is still alive and healthy. Gotta go Chestnut and click Synthesis. It's really my only play. Yeah, that Play Rough missed was really unfortunate for us, but, you know, we gotta do what you gotta do. Yep, so he goes for Thunderbolt. I'm glad it's not Volt Switch. So we've seen all the moves on this Rotom. It actually doesn't have Pain Split, which is great. I'm super happy it's not Pain Split. Synthesis. Yeah, if he went for Volt Switch there, it would have been a lot more annoying for me. Because he could have potentially kept up the momentum and allowed me not to heal. But now I'm gonna heal. Now I'm gonna heal. Flygon's really annoying though. Like Rotom Heat would have been our main answer to Flygon, but now Flygon's really annoying. These Volt Switches are hurting. So Volcarona is out. Volcarona is here. Um, I mean, we know it has Psychic and presumably a Fire move, so I think making an aggressive switch into a Azumarill is fine. Because if he goes for Quiver Dance, then that's our best play. Yeah, and we can take that Psychic. I'm not super concerned about that. That's just minor chip damage. Um, I doubt he stays in. I'm gonna go for the Play Rough. Actually, I want to go for the knockoff because if I knock off Rotom's leftovers now, that toxic damage will really start racking up because he doesn't have Pain Split, and also knockoff will cover if he stays in with Volcarona. It'll do more than Play Rough. So, but yeah, knocking off anything here is pretty much a good play. And there's no way he brings out Flygon or Pangoro because I could have Play Rough. Yep, so let's knock off this Rotom's leftovers. It's super annoying, and now Rotom is looking much more manageable. See, that Play Rough would have nearly taken out Rotom in one hit if we landed. But it works out here. Let's see, what do I want to do now? I feel like Drapion is the weakest link because Deoxys is dead. That's really what I needed Drapion for, was Deoxys. So I kind of just want to pivot into Drapion because I want to keep this Chestnut healthy for Pangoro. I can still take a hit from Pangoro at this range. Definitely want to keep Azumarill around because Azumarill is what's denting holes into his team. So yeah, and keeping Steelix at full HP is ideal for Comfey. So let's pivot into Drapion. Yeah, that Thunderbolt did a decent amount of damage, but now he's dead. And Flygon is here. Yeah, I think we just sack Drapion here. He could roost, but it's fine. I'm just gonna sack Drapion. We are faster, so that means he has no speed on Flygon. That means he has absolutely no speed on Flygon. And he kills him with Earth Power. So I think I can go Zapdos here, and I think I can click Brave Bird. Because now I know for a fact this Flygon has no speed because Drapion outsped it, and I'm judging by the way he's playing it that his last move is not Draco Meteor, and I'm assuming it's like Defog or something, because he didn't have Defog on Rotom Wash. And he would have gone for the Dragon move if he had it earlier on. Instead, he kept going for Flamethrower. So I feel comfortable letting Zapdos take this potential hit, and plus Brave Bird is going to hurt this thing or whatever comes in. So let's fire off a Brave Bird here. Yep, so that does a clean 50. We should live. Okay, so he tries to roost it off, but we're doing about 50%. This is where keeping my muscle band would have been handy. It really is. Um, I could switch into Azumarill here. I'm going to go for Brave Bird one more time. Oh, we get the crit. Let's go. That's clutch. That's absolutely clutch. Okay, so we tried to roost there, but we crit the Flygon. It's dead. Now Comfey is here. Just going to make the comfortable switch into Steelix. Is he just Draining Kisses? It's totally fine. As we see, it's in fact Life Orb, but yeah, Steelix walls this thing. That's why I'm keeping Steelix healthy. He's definitely not staying in, so I'm gonna fire off a Toxic on Volcarona. Perfect. That's great because this Volcarona has Roost. Now I can worry about it less. So this is looking really good. Whenever I bring in Zapdos safely, it should just get a kill. Although Volcarona could outspeed Zapdos if it's max speed, I am adamant and not timid. I still think I can go hard Azumarill here because I won't die to Psychic and or Flamethrower. Yep. So his last move is Flamethrower, like we assumed. So I'm just gonna Aqua Jet here, just gonna Aqua Jet here in case he stays in. It's fine if he switches out, but like I said, can't play around with this Volcarona. It'll sweep my team if I let Azumarill die. I think we're in a good position here. So Comfey comes in. That does 50. The thing is, I could Aqua Jet again, but Draining Kiss will go before me, and it will kill me. So I have to go Steelix once again. He has Giga Drain, yep. So that does more. Totally fine, though. I'm assuming he goes Volcarona again on my Heavy Slam. Or maybe he finally brings out Pangoro, but I'm gonna just go for an Earthquake and get damage on whatever comes in. Yep, so it's Volcarona. Perfect. He could Roost. He probably Roosts, if anything. I think Azumarill lives any hit, so I should be able to go into it again. How much did Psychic do last time to Azumarill? I'm just gonna look. Flamethrower did 20. Psychic. Psychic did 30% last time to Azumarill, and we're at 31. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, but if he stays in Psychics, he dies to Toxic. And then we trade Azumarill for Volcarona. So it's totally worth it. He probably just Roosts here, though. Oh, and we live the Psychic. Yep, and he dies to Toxic. Perfect. Let's go, Azumarill. We live the Psychic there. So now Comfey is going to come out. I don't really need Azumarill anymore, so I am just going to play rough. He just Draining Kisses, or I mean Giga Drains. That's fine. It's totally fine. I don't want to let Comfey heal, so I'm just going to go Steelix and click Heavy Slam. We still got this nice healthy Steelix sitting here. We finally see Pangoro. And now I'm finally going to bring out Chestnut once again, who I've been saving in the back this whole time just so I could take this hit from Pangoro. Oh, and he goes for the Sword Stance. That's kind of spooky. Hold it. I want to say Zapdos can live a Bullet Punch. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have stayed in Body Press there, but nah, because then I would have lost the Comfey. I think we should still be fine if I Drain Punch here, but basically Zapdos has to live a Bullet Punch. Oh, but he switches out. Okay. I mean, maybe he didn't have a move to hit me. I would assume he would have, like, Ice Punch or something, but maybe he doesn't. I don't know. So he just goes back into Comfey. Just gonna go right back into Steelix here. If he goes into Pangoro, fine. He gets the Synthesis off. Okay. Let's just fire off another Heavy Slam. He's gonna Sword Stance again. He's gonna Sword Stance again. I can't let Steelix die, though, because if I let Steelix die, then Comfey beats the last two with Draining Kiss. So I have to switch in. I want to switch into Zapdos here. Nah. Because if he Sword Stance, it doesn't matter either way. And I don't want to. If he attacks, I should go Chestnut. So Chestnut is always the play. Yeah, Chestnut's always the play. He has Brick Break, actually. Okay. He has Brick Break. I just go for Drain Punch here, so I don't let him Sword Stance. He just goes back into Comfey. So I guess he doesn't have a move to hit Chestnut after all. That saves us. I was really scared of that thing Sword Stancing and potentially killing Chestnut there, but it looks like we're going to be just fine. All we've seen is Brick Break on Pangoro, so we should be able to wrap up this game just about here, firing off another Heavy Slam into Pangoro. Again, just going to make the Chestnut play here. Izzy knocks off because we have the Rocky Helmet, and that's why we got the Rocky Helmet, because the Rocky Helmet kills Pangoro. So, Rocky Helmet Pangoro there pays off. I'm going to fire off a Leech Seed here. And And Steelix should beat this Comfey. If he sets up, I'm just going to get the Leech Seed off. Yeah, you can have this kill. I was planning on giving you this kill anyway. Yep, because now I get the safe switch into Steelix. Differential doesn't matter because we're in playoffs. Like, I don't care. So, and that's going to be the Heavy Slam. So that's GG. Looks like we're going to take the quarterfinal game and we're going to move on to the semifinals. So, yeah, that is 90%. GG to Mike Haley. Thank you guys all for watching. And yeah, your New England Patriots are going to be going to the semifinals of the FPE now. Really gunning for this championship. So yeah, stay tuned.